As we celebrate Volunteer Week in Canada, the Source dropped by the St. Catharines Museum and the Welland Canal Centre to meet two dedicated volunteers whose gift of time is making a huge impact. After 28 years, Brenda Zita-Rosny summed up her time volunteering at the museum by saying, "It's been a joyful experience."
They're such lovely people. They're great people to work with. You're always learning something new about the history of St. Catharines. You learn new skills. I've really improved my computer skills being here. So things like that.
So your duties, what do you do here at the museum?
A little bit of everything. We prepare, if new acquisitions come in, we do an inventory so it's ready for cataloguing. I don't do cataloguing, but get it ready for cataloguing. If there's a new exhibit going up, the artifacts have to be found, so we help with locating these artifacts. At the moment I'm working with the Girl Guide collection, which is a very big collection that we've collected over the years. You may know that the first guiding group in Canada started in St. Catharines, so it's an important part as far as guiding is concerned. So we're consolidating all the artifacts that have come in over the years and getting them all brought up to date with cataloguing and that type of thing.
Des Corran's passion for volunteering is evident. Out of the 273 days the canal was open last year, Des volunteered for 241 of them.
And when I retired 12 years ago, I thought, I can either go sit in the mall with all them other old fellas and reminisce, or I can go to the museum and do something worthwhile, learn something at the same time. So it was a no-brainer. And we go out of our way to explain to anybody and everybody. We did this in 1829. Suez Canal was 1869, 40 years later. Panama was 1914. We go up 326 feet from Lake Ontario to Lake Erie. Suez is 0. Panama is 85 feet. So if we want to be really proud to be Canadian, our nature is to be, we don't brag about anything. Well, we got a lot to brag about right here.
Des and Brenda are two of the many volunteers that are on the property regularly. They lend their time in numerous capacities.
Our volunteers are amazing. We could not do our work without them. We have volunteers that help us out with pretty much every aspect of our work, from helping out with our artifact collection, helping out on our advisory committee, and doing tours, talking to people on the viewing platform, watching ships, providing information to visitors when they come here, helping students when they're here, talking to people in the gallery. It just runs the gamut. They're just amazing people.
An astounding 19,628 volunteer hours were clocked last year by the St. Catharines Museum, Morningstar Mills, and the Carousel.
Right, so I'm also responsible for the Morningstar Mill and the Lakeside Park Carousel, and we have a couple of amazing groups of volunteers that work at both of those sites. The Friends of the Morningstar Mill, who basically keep that Morningstar Mill running. They run the mill itself, milling grain. They do work projects around the facility and do tours of the mill and the miller's house. And then the Friends of the Carousel, of course, are the ones that keep the carousel in good tip-top shape, and who paint the carousel animals every year. They make sure that the carousel is working really well. They replace anytime there's a ding or a break, they fix it. They're an amazing group of volunteers at both of those sites. They're so dedicated to those sites, and we're thankful for the work that they put in as well.
There are many ways you can become an asset here at the museum, either working with the public out front or working behind the scenes. For more information on how you could become involved, you can visit their website. Reporting for The Source, I'm Lori Taraba.